Hi guys, so this video feels like a long time coming. So those of you who've been following my journey would have been aware that in my last video that I posted, which is 2 months ago now-ish, time's flying so quickly, that I embarked on setting up a fintech company, I know, mental, to start applying for a grant application to really help with neurodiverse business owners and produce a piece of software to support people like me who find it challenging online or dealing with financial software. And the process so far, I feel like I need to give a bit of an update because it went skyrocket. Honestly, skyrocket for the first 2 months, and we hit our submission review deadline, and then we hit a massive hurdle. Like, I'm not expecting this process to be really easy peasy, like, please, I'm not silly Billy, but I did feel like a silly Billy. And I had to take some time out and step away from this process because it's extremely demanding, on top of running my business and things. But I wanted to share that it is positive in some ways. Like, every clown has a silver lining, right? So in a nutshell, we really misinterpreted or misunderstood or was misadvised, which way. There is no one to blame here. It's just one of those things that we slid in like a weird little hole, and then spiraled. So basically, the word project for anyone doing a grant application does not mean what we all think a project means. And so silly me assumed when we were applying for a grant for our project and we had to explain our project, and the options were for a 6 months project, 12 months project, or 18 months project, we were like, great, okay, well, this is an 18 months project because tech's not a quick fix. So this is an 18 months project. We spent 6 months planning that. We put our budget and fees to that, our team to that, and we divided up the sections to go through the rounds of funding. And the Grantify team were really great, like they're on board with all of that. But when we submitted the application for review, it became really clear that there was a misunderstanding that a project to the grant company means a round of funding. So they say project, but what they mean is a round. But they also say round, just to make life easy. So we had a bit of an issue in that we tried to do an 18-month project, which of course doesn't cost 500k in the tech world. That would be obscene, and that would be very, very lucky. So we ended up having to defer to the next round of funding because we've had to spend the last, God knows, like turning 6 months of planning and and quoting and resource and everything into a 6 months project, delivering hardly anything within that period to just prove to the grant company and the funding, who's going to provide that our innovation has got potential. So in my brain on how it works with a project, you do start to finish. And we were looking from phase 1 being research and development to the end product being an MVP ready to launch, which kind of for us in my logical brain seemed what you would do. You'd start from A and you finish at Z. But we have to jump straight in to like somewhere in the middle, and halve the amount of R&D that we need to do to provide the data to support this piece of research and to create this AI product, this innovation. So I got really stressed out, not gonna lie, and it's really complicated. And we found this whole entire process of filling out the form and putting something into their language like really difficult. And then the Grantify team were really great at giving us advice on that, but that huge piece of essential information kind of got missed somewhere along the line. So we're now not beaten, no, but we are finding the challenge of taking 4 months of R&D, which is essential for focus groups and surveys, and getting the information from the neurodiverse business community, for producing surveys, to collecting the data that we actually need to feed the AI. Because we all know AI is only as good as the information you put in. And we are now expected to try and deliver this product within a wireframe, thank God, but how to create this AI with only somehow half budget and half the amount of time to prove whether it works or it doesn't work. rather than doing round 1 is going to be R&D development, getting all the data, finding all the resource. Round 2, testing that, building that, using the data to kind of create this AI wireframe, and then testing, and then building an MVP for launch. So we've now got to squish so much into one round or one project. So I nearly had a mental breakdown, as you can imagine. But it's really good, actually. We've got a good path, and we're now really understanding a bit more, having taken that learning curve. So we just wanted to give you that update, really. I won't go on for hours in a day, which I did on the first video. So in a nutshell, it's good in hindsight. And we are still going to do the project, and the project's still going ahead, but we are now not applying for the funding until this round, which is going to be submission around the 7th of June, and then we kind of get a review period, and then we find out by the end of July, just in time for my 40th birthday. So yeah, gosh, all colliding all at once, the whole everything. So anyway, I really appreciate everyone that's put lovely comments. That first post and the first video that I put out was just had phenomenal response, and I made some great contacts as well, which have been super helpful. So thank you to everyone that's commented and put themselves out there and given me their time, and just really supporting this process, because every day's a learning day. And as a neurodiverse business owner, this is really important to me. Like, I am really passionate about it. I had a good chat with my friend on the phone this week about it, and they're like, well, it's such a good idea, you've got to find a way, don't let it beat you. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, sometimes you just feel like you've just slammed into a really big brick wall. I just needed time to recover from that injury. But yeah, back on it, back on the game, and I will keep you posted with more regular updates this time. I just had to take a breather because I was spiraling into a pit of despair. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and if anyone's got any questions or wants to delve deeper into the process that I'm going through, or wants any support, because I now have a ton of experience of filling in this form, which is, you know, complicated. This is my cat, Minnie. Hi, Minnie. Okay, so yeah, anyway, thanks guys, sending love, much appreciated. And you can follow us at The Brand Changemaker or on LinkedIn. Cheers guys, bye.